We're here with Cobber head coach Terry Horan after the season opening win over Jamestown 41-17. Things pretty went well according to your script. You got off to an early lead. You scored on your first 4 possessions. What was the biggest thing that stood out in your mind in that first opening quarter of play?
Well, I think starting out with our KO return, Brandon Zylstra with great efforts and guys staying with their blocks, crossing midfield, giving us a short field right out of the gates for a brand new quarterback to work with. 8-9 plays later, we're in the end zone, we're up 7-0. So exactly the way we wanted to get out of the gates. We started fast and we were early and we were off, and so it was a great first half. In fact, in 15 years, I know we've had some great first halves. I don't know if we've had one as good in all 3 phases in the first game. So pretty proud of our kids and getting on the gates and establishing ourselves right now.
What was the biggest thing defensively for you guys to be able to shut down Jamestown's offense?
Well, I just thought, our guys, took care of business right from the get-go. I mean, we had some great plays. We had some 3-and-outs right away, got us the ball back, I think the first drive of the second half for Jamestown, where we had them like 3rd and 17, and they get a 77-yard pass play hookup with their main weapon, but the effort of Alex Sandall to knock this kid out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and then for our guys to just dig deep and get a 4-and-out, and they didn't score at all. I mean, we had a few gut check times where they had a long drive and they come out of there with only 3 points. So I thought it was the inner toughness of our defense to have some bends but didn't break type performances. But I also said this on Tuesday when we were handing out our black shirt letters. It was probably, I don't remember another game where we had so many black shirt letters go out to as many guys, and that was pretty impressive. So it was an all-around great defensive performance and a great win for the Cobs.
One last play. The one that kind of put it over the top was that last play of the first half, the hook and ladder.
Yeah.
How often do you guys practice that during the course of the week? And then was that like automatically when they came to the sidelines and you only had that much time left, did you know right away that's what you wanted to call?
You'd be surprised how many times we practice that stuff. I mean, you always got to have your little grab bag of tricks to reach in. I looked at Coach Willits and Coach Hurdle, and I said hook and ladder when we had, I don't know how many seconds was left, but we had a 2-minute drill go where probably our only one mistake of the half was the pick that Alex kind of glued in on our inside seam route. They made a great play on it, but then we get a big sack by Hindermeister, and we get a 3-and-out. So we get the ball back, and that's where I said, hey, let's do it, hook and ladder. And we ran it to perfection. But the key to all of that was not only they were deepening up in the secondary, but Zylstra's catch, but to invite 2 defenders in by his inward motion to give the flip to Montoni. But it was still, Montoni had to make some great plays himself. He made a few guys miss, and his speed got into the end zone to to finish out the half. It was a great effort, and it was just it was a great play.
Now you're headed to Wisconsin for your first road trip of the year, and you guys haven't played Eau Claire since 1981. It's kind of a new team on the schedule. You've been playing Buena Vista before, but now it's Eau Claire. Is it a typical Wisconsin team, and is that what you're going to face as you head forward onto Saturday?
I know this. We're going to see a different Wisconsin-Eau Claire team than we saw on film against St. Thomas. I mean, St. Thomas, everything they touched turned to gold, and it was just one of those games for Eau Claire. We're going to see a physical team, a big physical team. Offensively, they've got 7 starters back. Now they've got 2 quarterbacks. The backup QB is a senior, and he was a starter a year ago, and he plays. They're both very athletic. The freshman from Hopkins, Minnesota, is a transfer from Duluth, and he's a great player as well. So they've got a running back that runs extremely hard, but they've got a big offensive line, an offensive line that has 4 returning starters, and their left tackle actually didn't play last week, but he'll be back this week. They have some good targets to throw to. They've got good receivers, and they've got a big tight end, a couple big tight ends. So We got our work cut out for us defensively with that offensive unit. Now defensively, they got about 3 starters back. They run a 3-4 scheme, a scheme that we've seen a lot too. But they're well coached and they're going to be ready to go. Now this game presents some challenges because it's the first night game we've had in my tenure here in 15 years. So there's a lot of challenges to that, but a lot of excitement too. Our guys are really looking forward to it. It's the first time they'll be under the lights since their Friday night light days.
Good luck.
Hey, thank you.